going to talk about planking. Planking is really important, and it's very different than traditional push-ups and other kinds of fitness activities. So I want to talk about how we can plank safely and also protect our shoulders. One thing that's really important is yoga is wonderful for us to really strengthen our core, and our core starts from the spine and it moves out. It's not just our front abdominals, it's from the hips all the way up to the chest, front and back. And so the reason we do planking the way we do is so that we can strengthen those erector spinalis muscles, the little tiny muscles that go up and down the core, or up and down the spine. And so we're strengthening from the spine out so that we can be as strong as possible. So I'm going to start by coming into a tabletop. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, and then I'm going to take my hands one hand length in front. And the first thing that we're going to do is work on knee down planking. We're going to shift the weight forward, roll the shoulders back, reach the heart forward, but we're going to draw that navel in and up and really have a hard core here, contracting the core muscles. The next thing that's important is head is in alignment with the spine. The next thing that we're going to do is think about hugging the shoulders in toward the waist. So as we release down slowly, our elbows are hugged into our waist. We're going to press back up, roll the shoulders back, and we can really work on the muscles of the forearms, the triceps and the biceps doing this kind of thing, and just releasing down slowly and then pressing up. But thinking about rolling those shoulders back, reaching the heart forward. Then we're going to come back up to our knees, shift the weight forward, roll the shoulders back, and then draw that navel in like that. Don't let it drop down. Draw the navel in, and we're going to slowly lower and then peeling back up. And then maybe going into child's pose or something. That's like a first step planking that's really important. And anytime you feel weak in the shoulders or have shoulder injuries, that's a really great way to do that. And I love it when people do that in my class because you can strengthen your arms and your shoulders so much better if you're doing a knee down plank than if you do regular plank incorrectly. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to do regular plank correctly. The first thing, our hands are very strong. We want to spread the fingers wide, and we want to press the fingertips into the earth. That's one key that's really important, and some people don't do that. They just kind of let their hands hang out, and then their weight moves into their wrists. And we don't want to allow our weight to move into our joints. Our joints are for mobility, not for holding weight. So we're going to spread our fingers wide, press the fingertips into the earth once we place them down. However, first things first, I want to think about rolling the shoulder back so that upper arm is rolled back, rolled onto the shoulder blades, roll toward the back, and then you're going to rotate the forearm in with the hand coming in. So in a plank, you're thinking of outer rotating the top part of the arm, inner rotating the lower part of the arm. So we're going to do that, both of them, outer rotating, inner rotating. And I just got a call, so I didn't put it on Do Not Disturb, and so hopefully you're back here. So rolling the upper arms out and the lower forearms in, and really thinking about the hands. We're going to place them on the earth, just about right underneath the shoulder blades. But for me, it's a little different. We can go over that another time. I like to keep my hands out a little bit more because of the shape of my body, and my fingers are pointed out just a little bit. So I want to roll the shoulders back and then think about rolling this forearm in. We're going to curl our toes up, and we're going to find our high plank. One thing that's important is rolling the shoulders back, reach the heart forward. And what usually happens is people are like this. So you need to really draw the navel back in. So we come into a nice plank. And we don't want our butt sticking up, but we want to draw the core in, but keep reaching that heart forward. And then maybe pushing forward on our toes. And breathe. And then when we want to slowly lower, We lower to right here where the arms are parallel with the body, and then release, pointing the toes and maybe pressing up. Breathe. And then we want to come back. I'm going to rest for a second because it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. However, I hope you can still see me and it's still going. That's one way to do a plank, where you hold where the arm is in alignment with your body and then you release. We never want to do this. We never want to slowly lower all the way down because it can hurt your shoulders. So you slowly lower to this point where the arms are in alignment with your body, parallel, and then you release back down. Now the next option, when you get stronger, reaching the heart forward, rolling the shoulders back and drawing the navel in, is coming down to this position and then pressing up to upward facing dog. And if you notice, my feet are flat on the floor, but my knees are not. And then we draw the navel in, rolling over the toes and coming into downward facing dog. And breathing. And then we come back down to our knees. So that's just a little bit of a tip, a yoga tip today for planking. So if you have any questions, please put it in the comments below and I will answer the questions when I get a chance. Thank you so much for joining me today.